There we go. Sorry, the microphone was muted. Definitely want to make sure I can talk to all of you guys for the weekly wrap up. I can't believe it's the end of September already. It's crazy, but of course the first thing I have to do on this weekly wrap up is send a sincere thank you to all of you who helped us not only meet but exceed that match for Tiger-thon. It was up until the last hour. People love to work for deadlines, and I know Sally took, I think, almost 36 calls on Saturday and Sunday, so thank you to everybody that called in. But you know, overall, people are asking how to do. We are so thrilled that we met the match. We are still shy of what we raised last year, but that is okay because every penny counts for the animals, and every donation you gave gets us closer to our overall goal of feeding and enrichment and vet care and rescues. And so we're forever grateful. So I'm going to kind of take you through a few things. Some things you guys already know because Judson and Olivia are so awesome at social media. But Thane and Mojave had their vet visits, and so Mojave, the new male caracal, he did great. Everything looked good on him. He's a young boy. He was microchipped, which didn't surprise us because the information we had is he was imported from Prague, and so when you import an animal, you have to microchip them. But luckily, he is neutered now, and he cannot produce any more babies to put surplus into captivity. So we're thrilled about that. Thane the serval did great too. You guys got to see that live post. He was neutered. We're assuming that he came neutered because he was a pay-to-play baby and people were interacting with him. He did have an old injury. It looks like, we knew he had a broken toe, the owner told us, but it looks like it was really smashed. There's some ligament damage, some really scar tissue here, and extra fragment. Right now we're not going to do surgery or anything about it, but he might have some early onset arthritis in that toe, so we'll watch. But he's walking on it fine. He just looks a little more flat-footed on that side. But they're both doing great back out. Tentatively, we're scheduling Sushi for the fishing cat for her spay next week. But that may change because I am working on a very large scale rescue of already over 40 cats. And so I'm definitely reaching out to other sanctuaries and seeing what space they have, and can tell you more when we get to that point. But this was kind of quick notification, and we want to help as soon as we can and get these cats to a better situation and a forever home. So my days turned around, so I'm a little frazzled because the 1 o'clock came really quickly and I wasn't expecting it. So I'm so happy that we get to help more cats. This is a big number, and we're really thankful for any other sanctuary that steps up and wants to assist as well. So don't worry, you don't need to reach out to other sanctuaries. We have been in contact with everyone, so please don't do the networking for us. We keep anything rescues like this controlled. We talk to people, we already have the network, calls have been placed, emails have been placed. So you will only cause more confusion if you reach out to other groups right now for the rescue we're working on. Also, we had really great news this week. Dahlia, the little Bengal, Teresa had noticed when she was picking her up and petting her that there was a lump on her chest near her nipple, and we are always really worried about mammary cancer, especially in those cats that come to us later in life and haven't been spayed. And I know the e-news said it was benign, but actually what it was is, if you heard of those bot flies, we have never had one here at the sanctuary, but it looks like that was a bot fly, old, I don't know what you call it, kind of canal, and the bot fly is not there. We never saw a bot fly or anything, but it just really got inflamed and things, so we took out that whole tract. But that was interesting because I've seen it on TikTok and YouTube. I have never seen them here at the sanctuary, so we don't know if it was old when it happened, but she is doing really well. And because her group, she lives with Riku, Zena, and Bestie, are a very sensitive group of 4. And Teresa's been taking her out, and the caretakers have been taking her out every day, even though she's recovering, taking off her cone and spending about 2 hours in the bungalow with her roommates, because we're worried that they always kind of pick on each other and that they would pick on her. So she says right now Riku's a little focused on her, but they're able to break the focus up, and we're hoping by Sunday she might be fully merged back, but we're going to take that slow to make sure she doesn't become the underdog in her bungalow. But that's been great. So Ty, our jungle cat Chauncey, you know, he is the Energizer Bunny. He is so old, and so many times for years we've thought it was time to say goodbye due to his age, due to his arthritis. He's got chronic nasal issues. And he had a really couple bad days, and now again he's gotten good days again. He's gotten his silencia. They added so many more perches and steps. They've added traction to his bungalow, and so, you know, we know that his days are numbered, and we've been saying that for 5 years. So we're just so thankful when he has some good days. He's a really special guy, and he really gets along with Ledger, the Savannah, and also Lady. I saw him curled up with Lady, so that was pretty cool. And then Lupita, our single lady Savannah, she's just been on a rampage. We found a dead rabbit in her yard, a dead vole. She's been hunting and definitely using her wild hunting skills and instincts. So we are sorry when that happens to natural animals in our area, but it's one thing you guys help provide us, is those natural habitats and areas where the cats get to live wild at heart, and so sometimes that happens. We're going to be setting up for winter moves, so there's kind of a lot. Sponsors will get a notice and some photos when the moves are final, but Beauty had moved away because Aaron, the cheetah, moved in, and Beauty and Aaron were a little bit too much for each other. So volunteers and the staff put up extra mesh, and Beauty's gonna move back on a shared wall. We're thinking of flip-flopping Kitu, Lavani, and Aaron, because Aaron tends to be really have a high prey drive, where the boys, and that helps. We're also thinking of moving Brianna and Ramsey from Small Cat Track back down to Cougar Cove, where Baby was, since Baby moved up to the quarantine area. And these moves are more so because we're looking at the animals' needs as they get older. We're looking at who, like Beauty is really active, so she can do the long hallway from her old habitat up to the building, where Ramsey and Brianna, like in Baby's old yard, will be right up by the building, so the old cats don't have to walk as far if they want to go inside. How many rooms are attached to that habitat is a big thing. Ramsey and Brianna will have 2 rooms for the winter versus 1 in Small Cat Track. As we know, Brianna loves Ramsey, but Ramsey likes his space on occasion too. We're also looking at moving Gino and Alyssa back on a shared wall. Sophie and Gino spend some time together, but really very little. They're very independent, and we think Alyssa might really like that. And then we know Aurora and Alana are so active that maybe they'll get Gino's current larger space. Those are just a few of the moves. We're looking at where Mojave and Amira are gonna move next. We're also talking about maybe Thane. We might do a play date with Amira and Mojave and watch that. We also have been told that Thane doesn't get along with other cats, but we're not seeing that, so it might have been the space. It might hard to decide why that was at the other place he was rescued from, but we will take it slowly and make sure it's safe. Also, on top of today and the rescue and all this, we have our board meeting tonight, and so we meet once a month with our board of directors. Kelly, Gina, and I are presenting the final strategic plan, along with some forecasted budgets, some staffing plans, things like that, and so that takes place tonight. So on top of our daily work, we definitely do things on Zoom at night, because we have about 7 board of directors right now. We are always happy to interview new board of directors if anybody's interested. We are looking for people with cybersecurity expertise, even maybe construction expertise, especially since we're going to be doing a new big capital campaign soon. We always look at financial expertise if people are a CPA or especially have nonprofit management skills. So if that's ever of interest to you, definitely look on our website at wildcatsanctuary.org under how to help, and it's listed on the volunteer page, how to apply or learn more about a board position at the sanctuary. So we've also, you guys helped us this summer do so much for the Cats in Crisis campaign, and we're ordering more of those fence panels and temporary panels that were part of that. Vans are still so hard to come by, and we don't want to compromise what we need, so we are still looking for that van. We did order the customized trailer, and it's in production right now, so when that comes on site, we'll definitely show you photos. So that's Jesse and Bobby been driving to Menards and Fleet Farm up in Duluth, down where I live, and other places to get all the stocks they can of the kennel fronts and everything I needed for Cats in Crisis to kind of finish off spending a lot of that money on the campaign. And we really want a few more customized crates, but we're waiting for that vans to make sure that we build the crates the best way to fit in the van. So that's what we're working on there. I have to do a thank you to Animal Warriors. They are a wonderful group in Florida that goes to different sanctuaries helping. They came for a 2-day visit and work days. They helped us do Shadow the leopard's wall. As you guys know, Shadow is in one of the oldest enclosures on site. But because she's geriatric, we don't want to move her to rebuild anything right now. We want her to stay in her home environment. And so we keep adding reinforcement and things to make sure it's safe, and they helped us do that with her holding yard wall. Winterizing is beginning here. I can't believe it. The leaves are starting to change colors. Even some leaves are falling, but we end up taking out all of our water bowls and putting in heated water bowls to every enclosure and multiple areas for water. The indoor buildings even have heat. We start moving in dens with heat lamps, and even though they all have temperature controlled buildings, we want to give them multiple areas for heat. And so there's a lot. We have to take down the shade cloths. We have to start marking for plowing so that we don't roll over any fencing or anything like that. So we always say having a sanctuary in Minnesota is like having 4 sanctuaries, because you have 4 seasons and we have to do something different every single season. And it's a lot of work for the staff. And then a week from Saturday, we have our VIP event. So top donors as well as auction winners were able to bid on a chance to come on site, and they are coming for a 4-hour tour here at the sanctuary, included catered lunch, and then we have a VIP hosted cocktail hour, silent auction, and seated dinner with us and the staff. So they'll get a lot of staff time. We have about 53 people coming, I think, and so the event's sold out, but we're so excited for that VIP experience. So make sure everybody puts out good vibes, that the weather stays really nice here. We have new animal care interns, and Brianna, as you met, is a new media intern, so they're in training. We also had a hospital manager begin today, and so she's going through orientation, and she was a former volunteer vet tech here, so you definitely probably saw her on the live post for Vet Days, and she's become a permanent employee, so we're thankful for that. And on top of it, I have to be so thankful for all of you, since now when you donate, you guys can cover credit card fees. And you might not know that it is about $40,000 to $45,000 a year in credit card fees for the donations that come in. So when you guys round up and agree to pay that, when you hit the donate button, you have more money going towards the cats. And I can't tell you, I would say at least 70% of the people that are donating are covering the fees. And wow, pat yourselves on the back. I'm just thrilled about that. You know, Amazon wish list went away. The Amazon Smile went away. We've had some grantors go away. We know the economy's hard on everybody. And so when you guys take that extra step to make sure more money goes to the cats that you love so much, I'm so thankful, and I feel so blessed for it. It's just a lot's going on. My to-do list is crazy here. I have to do put together my presentation for the Big Cat Sanctuary Alliance conference that's coming up in October. I have to put together my PowerPoint for the VIP event. I have to write the business plan for next year. I have to file a permit for our capital campaign building that's coming up that I will be sharing news shortly. Give to Them Max Days around the corner in November, so I have to start talking to donors and seeing if they'll sign up for matching gifts and get the mailer together. The strategic plan, once the board approves it, hopefully tonight, we'll be putting it into this nice marketing brochure so that we can share with you, all of our donors, so you're on board with what the future of our strategic plan and facility plan is as well. And I still have on here order van, which has been on here for months because we keep looking for that van that we want. And now that there is a labor strike, that might even affect it a little more. So stay tuned. We have a lot going on. I'm sorry this weekly wrap up is so short. I love sharing the updates with you guys, but there is a lot to do today before I leave and before I definitely kind of put the details together on this rescue. And of course, you guys are extremely important, but I know you want me to be out there saving lives, and that's what we plan to do. And so we'll keep you posted on what happens and transpires with this we're working on. So thank you guys so much.